Hi, I'm Martin.
And I'm Zeev. We are both part of the Brainwaves team, and we will be here with you for the next 10 minutes talking about how the brain can change reality. Let me begin by reading from 2 letters we have received from our audience. The first one. Ever since I stopped working, all my former colleagues seem happy and fulfilled. I, however, feel bored. The second one. All my friends take part in fascinating trips. Sadly, I have difficulties walking and cannot come along. I know that you cannot remedy my legs, but perhaps there's a psychological cure for my frustration.
Thank you, Zeev. Tackling a difficult reality may indeed prove a challenge, but there are solutions. Today, we will practice our ability to change reality, and hence our quality of life. Yes, I know this sounds almost unbelievable, but it is a genuine ability of our brain, called, in a scientific dialect, brain changes reality. How does it happen? In every single moment, our senses transmit many signals to the brain: visual and auditory messages, smells, and so on. Much information from all senses reaches the brain's deep areas. There it is meticulously examined, and the stimuli deemed vital for our survival continue their way upwards to the frontal cortical areas that stand for consciousness. This very intricate process lasts milliseconds. Do you understand what that means? Let's take, for example, information from the eyes. In any single moment, many stimuli reach the brain from the eyes, but the brain sums most of them as "that's immaterial for my survival," and we are therefore unaware of them. If, however, for instance, I will search for my glasses in the drawer, and later on my wife will ask me if I saw her purse in the drawer, I will probably tell her honestly that I have not seen her purse, and she should look elsewhere. Truth be told, the purse was in the drawer, but since I was not looking for it, my brain did not consider this information as conscious worthy. Therefore, as far as I was concerned, I didn't see it. Our consciousness, like a juggler, is fairly limited in the number of messages it can hold in any single moment. To be precise, it can hold up to 5 items. Now, for example, even though there are thousands of stimuli reaching my brain from my senses every minute, my brain has filtered them and chose 5. Those 5, as far as my brain is concerned, are crucial for my survival and were therefore sent upwards to my consciousness. Let me share them with you. I am aware of the studio I am in, the camera in front of me, the camera operator, the subject I am discussing with you, and finally, my emotion at being here. I'm a little excited. The most exciting thing, however, is that we have a final say over this process. It is called concentration. I can pick one of the 5 stimuli of which I am aware and concentrate on it. Then something very interesting happens. While consciousness of the other 4 stimuli decreases, consciousness of the item of which I am focused increases. When that happens, my brain concludes that this item is extremely vital for my survival. If, in the future, I will meet this item again, my brain will give it a VIP treatment. And duly, raise it to my consciousness. Let's consider an example. The other week, I was visiting friends. They offered me some tea, a kind I've never tasted, saw, or even heard of. Swiss blueberries. It was just exquisite. I concentrated on this wonderful flavour for a long while. What's more interesting is that the next day, while buying products in my neighbourhood's mini market, I saw, for the first time, some packages of this tea. The vendor told me they have been lying there for ages. In the evening, I noticed that my neighbour was drinking this tea. The person who sat next to me in the coffee house also drank it. You realise that up until last week, I didn't even know this tea existed. Concentrating on this tea a week ago signalled to my brain that it was important. Ever since, every time a message related to this tea reached my brain, it received a VIP treatment and was elevated to my consciousness. Something that had never happened till then. Can you see what happened? My brain construed reality. By concentrating, I was able to determine what kind of reality it will construe. Cool. Let's see how each and every one of us can use the brain changes reality principle to improve his or her life. Which sensual stimulus presided over your consciousness during the last few minutes? I assume it was me speaking. Now look at the following stimuli. Try to grasp them as they appear on the screen. Now try and concentrate on one of them. One that arouses a pleasant feeling within you. Let's turn back to our brains. Concentrating on a pleasant stimulus can help us when we are mostly aware of negative stimuli, ones that irritate us or sadden us. Once we concentrate on an experience that made us feel pleasant and that our brain marked as important, our consciousness is filled with a good sensation caused by this experience in the past. But not only past experiences can fill our consciousness. With joy, future experiences can do that as well. Concentrate on some event that is supposed to take place in the near future and to which you are looking forward to. This concentration will make the brain realize that an important event is ahead, and it will construe an uplifting reality in the present. Return now to the stimulus on which you have concentrated earlier. What kind of feeling does it cause now? Try and remember it over the next few days, and on every remembrance, check, do you feel the same primary feeling, or does it change? We will be delighted to hear your thoughts through Uniper Care.
Thank you, Martin. That was fascinating. Goodbye. We will be back next week with more insights.